Okay, this is why I love this community. I dropped my base building video, asked for a real conversation in the comments, and you guys delivered. And today we are doing exactly what I promised. I'm picking a few of the best comments, reacting to them, and then I want your take. Because base building is one of those features where we all want it, but we also don't want it to destroy the game. So let's jump in. Hey guys, Jack here with Space Games on YouTube. This is a follow-up to my base building video, and if you haven't seen the original, I'll link it below. In that video, I basically said base building isn't one feature. It's a stack of systems that all have to work together. And you guys in the comments, you proved that you get it. Alright, first comment. So the most liked comment, Delta Soldier 89 said something I think a lot of us feel. We need to be patient. I'd rather wait for a functional finished product than a half buggy mess that causes wipes. And yeah, that's the key fear, right? Because if base building hits the PU too early, worst case we get, bases vanishing state, desync economy, dupes, server instability, and then CIG has to do some kind of cleanup or wipe. And then everybody is mad. Again, Delta Soldier also touched a big topic. Offline raiding should not be allowed in settled systems, but in lawless systems like Pyro. If you build outside the law, you accept the risk. And honestly, that's a really clean rule set. Lawful space equals protection plus restrictions. Lawless space equals freedom plus danger. Question for comments. If you could choose one, would you rather have safe bases with rules or no rules but real risk? Next one. True Desire said, we still need new planet tech before even thinking about building. And I agree with that spirit of that 100%, because building isn't just placing an object. It's terrain, interaction, flattening foundations, streaming persistence, nav, AI impact, physics, all of it. And you guys are right to call out planet tech as a big piece of the puzzle. Question, do you think base building can launch with strict placement zones only? Or do you expect it needs a bigger planet tech leap first? Well, Mature Gamer HQ had a super practical take. Limited base building first, because most people will build small anyway. This is such a good point, because what do most players actually want at first? A small home base, storage, a reason to log in, maybe a little crafting corner, maybe a garage. Not everybody wants to build an orc city on day one. So if CIG ships an early version that's basically claim, place a small base, power, basic storage, decoration, that's already a win, as long as it's stable. Question, what's your minimum acceptable base building feature list? Like, what are the 3 things it must have on day one? Then Sanctuary, I hope I say it right, said, limited base building as soon as it's ready. And offline raiding should be allowed in lawless systems as long as claims aren't in lawful systems and base defenses exist, shields, turrets, etc. That's basically, if you are going to allow offline hits, you better give people tools to defend themselves. And this is where Star Citizen could get spicy in a good way. Base shielding, automated defense, early warning systems, power management decisions, but CIG has to balance it so it doesn't become who has the biggest orc wins forever. Question, if offline raiding exists in lawless space, should there be raid windows like certain hours, or should it be true 24/7 chaos? What do you guys think? Jason Recliner summed up the backbone of the whole discussion. What's missing is persistence and stability. Everything hangs on that. Yes, because literally every base building argument collapses without it. You can have the coolest building tools on earth, but if the PU can't reliably remember the state of your base, nothing else matters. So if you want signs base building is getting close, it's not hype trailers. It's boring stuff like stability, persistence, behavior, streaming, improvements, fewer big regressions, patch to patch. And I know, boring isn't fun, but boring tech is what makes the fun gameplay possible. Now we need to talk about a giant comment. Mad Dog Tank 8425 basically suggested, in lawful systems, CRG should put heavy restrictions on base, size, and the count. Basically building codes. If you want huge orc bases, go lawless. And I love this idea because it solves like 3 problems at once. Keeps lawful space clean and stable, pushes orcs toward lawless space. Natural gives casual players a safe small home. And it fits the Star Citizen fantasy. Stanton, regulated, expensive, safe-ish Pyro. Freedom, profits, and pain. But yeah, restrictions always trigger people because it feels unfun. So here's my hot take. Restrictions aren't automatically bad if they are consistent and make the world healthier. Big question, would you accept Stanton building codes if it means less clutter, better performance, fewer claim wars, and the real Wild West building happens in Pyro? So overall, the comments split into 2 camps. Camp A, give it time, let them cook, don't rush it. Camp B, start, but small, ship an MVP and expand it over time. And honestly, I think the best outcome is both. Ship the smallest stable version first, then expand it when the tech foundation is rock solid. Because let's be real, the first thing orcs will do the moment base building exists is building something insane. And I want that too. I just want the PU to survive it. For me personally, base building is one of those features that gives the game purpose. Not just grinding for credits, but building something meaningful with your friends. Alright guys, your turn. Number 1. Should lawful systems have strict build limits? Yes or no? Number 2. Offline raiding, allowed in Pyro or never? Number 3. What's your personal MVP base? Tiny cabin, industrial outpost, or full orc compound? Drop your answers below. I'm reading all of it. If you like this, follow up, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the verse. Bye bye.